We're going to head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason. This viewer has a couple ideas for some guys that are under the radar who he thinks can be really good this year.
Hey, love the show. Just wanted to say, now that the 53-man roster is, set, well, for now, before they start picking up other guys off of the rosters, if they do. But I'm going to think DeAnthony Bell and Michael Woods, the receiver. Those are my two sleeper picks for the Browns this year. I think DeAnthony Bell showed something in the preseason games, and I think Michael Woods is just different. I think he's going to be good. Those are my two sleeper picks. Just want to hear what you guys think. Go Browns.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Jeff Lloyd, what about it? Woods back practicing, so that's a sign that he's getting healthy. That's been the question with him for the last couple of weeks.
With Michael Woods, that was a big question because, when everybody was out the first run we're talking about Anthony Schwartz, we're talking about David Bell. Michael Woods was a drafted young man. He was given the opportunity and showed well in some red zone work, showed well with Deshaun Watson. It was a difficult evaluation for Michael Woods coming out of college because the time in Arkansas, then jumped to his final year at Oklahoma. And, he got to Oklahoma, and normally when you make a transfer like that, unless you were, absolute elite star, it's hard to get all the reps. So he did split a lot of playing time at Oklahoma, but what you saw was pretty promising. Here's a guy thus far, they love what they see of him. And look, we know what we have at wide receiver 1, but I would say 2, 3, 4, 5. Even with Donovan Peoples-Jones in year 3, look, this is anybody's game. Anybody steps up of these other 4 wide receivers here and starts making some plays, they're going to find a way to basically, create some separation from themselves and the rest of that pack and getting more reps out on the field with Amari Cooper. Michael Woods, he's ready to go. And, he talks the talk, he acts it and goes out every day. Didn't get to see much. And that's the thing as far as, preseason games, it certainly hurt him. But now as he is, back on the practice field, and I think that was one thing when it came out yesterday that it was announced that he was making the 53. You kind of felt similar to Chase Winovich. Well, where exactly is he with health-wise? But, back out on the field now, which is important. The Anthony Bell, and this is what was even impressive, when he spoke today, speaking that, he was an older rookie coming into this. And he said, look, if I had gotten this opportunity a couple of years ago, maybe I would have mentally not been ready for it. You come in as a long shot. It's hard to convince yourself sometimes that you truly aren't just the long shot. But just, again, did everything. He forced 2 fumbles. The first thing you notice there is just a guy who's got, brains for the game. You see what Joe Woods has done over the last couple of years with safeties. MJ Stewart at times was the Browns' best safety last year. Joe Woods has a system that is built for safeties to succeed as long as you are an intelligent player and you're going to stick to what your role is. We've seen at times in the past Ronnie Harrison go astray and go off course, causing problems for this team. Richard LeCount, his rookie year led to questions about whether or not he was an accountable player. I think for Bell, it came down to him maybe versus Dakota Allen, who made the practice squad. As far as being a guy, can you kind of maybe lead the special teams? And this is a little bit of an advantage you're going to get with a rookie at 25 years old. But the Anthony Bell is ready to go. And, there's not a far glimpse from him being the 5th safety on the roster to being the 3rd safety on the roster. And if you are the 3rd safety, we know Joe Woods likes to play safeties. He likes to play 3 safeties a lot. So the opportunity for DeAnthony Bell is pretty close. And this is a guy, to his credit, came out of nowhere, a school nobody heard of, worked really hard, took to coaching, improved every day. And the Browns maybe, first time in a couple of years here, UDFA has made this team, but the Browns may have struck a little bit of gold here. And, every now and then when you have a great roster, you need some guys who are willing to put in the work. Some of those guys that are lunch pail types of players, and DeAnthony Bell is certainly that.
Yep, he likes to hit people, and you like that in your safeties, without question.